Stop worrying about providing value and start looking at making a difference. Hey guys, I'm Spencer Williams, and I want to give you guys another lesson here today on how to provide value. How can you actually get a client on the phone, have a potential prospect and be able to identify key points so that you can provide them value? And most importantly is as we all know, you need to have something of value if you want somebody to buy it. If you expect somebody to buy from you, to work with you, to hire you, you need to be providing them some sort of value. Now, the biggest mistake that I realize almost every single person making who's new to business, who's trying to start a business, but maybe can't get their first 3 to 5 clients, can't make those first couple sales. When they get on the phone, they're struggling to communicate their offer in a way that persuades people to jump into it, to buy, to join. Guys, the reason why is they don't know how to provide value. Too many people nowadays, what they do to provide value is they worry about how they word their offer, how their offer looks on the internet, how their branding looks, how their marketing looks, all of this fancy stuff, but in reality, none of that's real value. It's all perceived value, and if what you hope on is perceived value, you're not going to be around for too long. So I'm going to teach you guys how can you make a real difference. Because when you start to shift your focus off of how do I show this person value? How do I word my stuff in a certain way? How do I try to have high quality content so I can give value? And you start worrying about how can I actually make a difference in this person's life, a real difference? When you can make that shift to actually providing a difference for them, helping them through an area of their life that they wouldn't have been able to get through on their own, that's when you've truly provided someone value, because that's what they needed you for. Guys, there's a difference here when you're trying to word something and versus actually looking for what we call here the gap. So guys, this is where value lies, in something that I like to call the little gap. And if this is your prospect here and this is you, guys, your offer bridges this gap. Your product, your solution, this is what the value is, because it bridges the gap. It actually is doing something for somebody that they wouldn't have been able to do. You're making a difference in somebody's life. You're not worrying about, this guy here, the reason why he's going to buy your stuff is because he can't jump over this gap. And if he falls, there's lava. He's going to die. He can't do it on his own. So he genuinely needs something to bridge this gap for him. And that's when you're going to have your offer as that bridge. Your offer brings them from where they are today, over here, to where they want to be, which is over here, in the form of the bridge that they walk along. And vice versa, you could even walk back over it and walk with them every step of the way. Now guys, the most important thing that you need to realize here is that if this is you actually need to have something that can bridge this gap. You can't trick this guy into saying, oh yeah, just walk over this, just join, because if he tries to walk on it and you've made up a fake bridge, he's going to step on it and fall right through right away, and he never got there. So you're not going to be able to, use those results. This guy's going to be angry. He's going to ruin your company. You can't have a fake bridge. Now, vice versa, if you don't even have a real offer, like I was saying at the beginning, a lot of people focus on trying to use their words in order to provide some sort of value for somebody to buy. And they get all stuck up on, oh, I need to provide value. I need more value, blah, blah, blah. Guys, don't worry about providing value. If you truly want somebody to see the value in what you have, then make a difference in people's lives. That's how you provide value. So guys, it doesn't matter how you word it. It doesn't matter how loud you yell. It doesn't matter how many times you scream. It doesn't matter how many times you tell him that you just need to walk over this. Guys, if you don't have something that actually bridges this gap that he can walk on and that you're going to go walk with him on, it doesn't matter how many times you've yelled it to him. It doesn't matter how many times you've told him there's nothing here. You actually need something, and you actually need something that's good enough to make a difference. Guys, start worrying about what can I do. Look for the gaps in the world right now and look at your skills that fill this in. Because guys, your skills do this. There's a lot of companies right now that are brick and mortar that probably should be transitioning to the internet. So why aren't they? Well, they don't know how to do it. Guys, they're right here and they want to be here. They should be here with their company, but they don't know how to bridge this on their own. And that's when you come in with your skills and your offer and you give them value to bridge that gap so they don't fall in the lava and die. Now again, guys, this stuff here, it can't be made up. You know, you're not going to be able to word it in a certain way. You're not going to be able to show somebody that you can provide them value without having the skills first. You can't lie your way through value because people are going to know right away. If you have something that can make a difference, people can tell. If you have something that can't make a difference, people can tell too. So before you start worrying about, trying to get your clients and all this stuff like that, guys, you need to be looking at the gaps. And you need to say, what can I start a company around that will help somebody bridge a gap somewhere? What type of offer can I give somebody based on my personal skill sets that's going to help people bridge a gap? And guys, this gap, you're not looking for a gap that only one person has. You're looking for a gap that many, many people have, because that's how you can create a successful company. So again, guys, what gaps? These are problems that people have and they don't know how to solve them. They don't have the time to solve them. And that's when your skills come in. So what gaps are in the world that you can do? Well, for me, a lot of people, they want to own businesses. And frankly, it's not even difficult to start an online business nowadays. And it's not even difficult to earn a very, very high income from owning an online business nowadays. Guys, you could be sitting on your mom and dad's couch and earn more than they have in their whole lives in 6 months. Guys, it's not difficult, but many people don't know how. And since they don't know how, things become overly complicated. They never get to experience what that success is. They never get to experience freedom. They never get that sense of accomplishment that everybody loves, the respect of owning your own business. They don't get that because they have this big gap in front of them. There's a big problem, a lack of knowledge. They have a lack of skills. They need somebody to come and show them how it's done. And what people end up realizing is once I show them how to build their business inside of here, they're like, okay, that's fairly simple. It's just a matter of getting a few skills down, and understanding a few pieces of information, and they can easily walk this bridge. So again, guys, you need to be looking for gaps. And the bigger the gap, the better you can do. And the more people who have that gap in their lives, the better your company is going to be. So again, guys, stop looking at providing value, quote unquote, and start looking to make a difference, a real difference in somebody's life. By bridging that gap. And what it starts with is your skills and the offer that you have. So again, guys, start looking at value this way, and I promise you it's going to be a lot easier to close. My name is Spencer Williams. That's Sales Training with Spencer, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.